Helping others means we are helping ourselves for our internal peace and satisfaction. Ladies and gentlemen, namaskar and welcome. It's me, Mahalaxmi. You are watching the Mahalaxmi Show. During this pandemic, people are so stressed, panic, and somehow they are helpless. But in this situation, Dr. Kang is helping people a lot. He is doing so many community events and he's coaching people, he's teaching about natural food, herbs, meditation, yoga, and other so many things. That's why people are feeling so blessed. What they are saying about Dr. Kang, let's listen.
And I know people have been asking me, what is this all about? And I said, just to come hang out with me. That's it. You know, for me, I've always believed, sometimes we have so many friends on Facebook, but very few close friends. For me, this is what it means being human. Because the number one cause of death in the world is loneliness. And anyone who knows me, I love people so much. I love to feel my brothers like that. I love this. The social media thing, I don't really do that much or whatever. So this is how I like to do things like this. Just sometimes, hey, people come hang out and we have a lot of stuff planned, but I know a lot of us sometimes we trapped in a box, want to know what's next. Everything is going to be a surprise. We have a lot of stuff. Surprise, surprise, surprise. So if you want those people, you need a schedule. We will not follow that itinerary. Surprise after surprise after surprise after surprise. So I thank you all for coming. Everyone is going to get their bag or whatever. If you didn't post your picture, then we'll have to give you a generic bag. But everyone is going to get their bag. We're going to go out there. I know it's hot in here. And then everyone is going to introduce themselves, what they do, their profession, and where they come from. And please just network. We're just going with the flow. No agenda. We're just going with the flow. And I know we have 5 people. There's 5 bedrooms in here. Or whatever. I know we have blends, Wishami. I think my wife has that, and then we also have maybe like 25 rooms at the
embassy suite.
At the embassy suite.
I'll get with everyone for their rooms and everything.
So everyone will be well taken care of or whatever. If you've not gotten your room, just talk to my wife or whatever. We got everyone's back or whatever, and we're just going to have fun. That's it. Yeah. But please, don't forget, make sure you get to meet each person, get to know people on a deeper level. Because I think sometimes that is what is lacking, in our society, is that sometimes we go online doing all these crazy things or whatever, and then, I had a friend of mine, she was so famous, she had over 5 million people on Facebook. And so I went to her mom's funeral, there was just 6 of us. And I was like, Susan, what happened? Where are all your friends? And she's like, I'm going to delete my Facebook page. And I don't want to be one of those people. I want my friends closer. So enjoy, have fun. If I can be of any service, let me know. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Keith Kloss, former LA Clippers NBA player. Got introduced to Dr. Kang through a mutual friend of mine. And man, let me tell you, I was skeptical in the beginning because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't do my research on Dr. Kang, but after meeting with him and, talking with him, this man's really on to something wonderful. And I'm glad that I finally took the time to sit with him and, talk about what's going on with my body. He gave me his Limitless supplement while I was there with him in Houston. And I didn't even notice until he asked me how I was feeling a short time later. And that's when I realized that I wasn't feeling any of the pains in my body that I normally felt. As a professional basketball player, put a lot of wear and tear on my body, mainly my back and my feet. And I felt absolutely no pain. So, that just blew my mind because over-the-counter prescriptions could never do that before. Tylenol, ibuprofen, Advil, Aleve, none of those things ever worked for me in the past until Dr. Kang, blessed me with his limitless formula. Um, so now I'm taking the miraculous 5, and man, oh man, let me tell you, to be able to move around with no pain whatsoever, and it's all natural. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. So, I'm going to do my part, spreading the word, and making sure that our people know that there's a natural, healthy way to live pain-free, and the key word, healthy, I look forward to regaining my full health again, especially flushing out my system and reinvigorating my organs, that breath of life, waking me up, just helping me breathe easier, helping me breathe deeper, calming the nerves, the anxiety that I get just from day-to-day life chores. That man's a blessing. And I look forward to continuing building a great relationship with you, Dr. Kang. Thank you.
Dr. Kang today, going through some things. I started on some of his supplements. I'm doing a lot better. He gave one for my mother, and he didn't notice it, but it was, instead of for me, it was for my mother. I got home. She is 80 years old, was going through gallbladder problems. We had her take some apple cider vinegar that night. As she received Dr. Kang's pills that he had sent, and within 48 hours, she had no problems with her gallbladder anymore, and she's doing just fine. And as I continue on, we also have some spiritual journey things that we work together on, so it's been a very uplifting and new style experiences with the water and the different things going on as well in our lives.
So tell me about your own testimony, what you've noticed taking the formulas.
And like with me,
weight loss.
I've lost some of the, I've got my six-pack in again at 51 years old. I'm trying to get my body weight down to about 8%. I've noticed in the last 2 to 3 weeks of being on the supplements that I'm not having to work out quite as hard as I used to get this same result. So things are, and I'm gaining more energy. On this trip down to Houston, I went through fog and glare ice, up about 24 hours straight. Got to continue to take the supplements. Took them the next morning again. Was up, ready to go. So everything's kind of changing around, good things happening. He's also got a few other things he's doing that a lot of people in the background don't understand because they weren't raised in the native ways or different things. So if you understand anything about Native American cultures, about maybe your own tribal cultures, you'll understand that Dr. Kang is doing this not for glory, not for fame, but to truly help people in our healing process in the way we heal people with natural from Mother Earth. Thank you.
Awesome. Wow. Beautiful.
When I was in Houston, downtown Houston with Dr. Kang, and we were feeding the homeless, I was sitting in a storm, and the storm was surrounding the whole city. You can see it coming. He literally said, "I'm going to stop the rain." He made a force field that was the perimeter.
Hello, Dr. Kang and Sister Isis. This is Alfred in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm an aircraft mechanic here, and I also own a home care company here in Atlanta. And I want to say thank you so much for everything that you guys have done and everything that you guys are doing in the community to help people. And I appreciate the weekend getaway that you guys did. And it's very refreshing for me. I came back here as a new person. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to go back. Thank you.
Hey, how you doing? This is Earl Simpson. I'm a South Florida real estate agent, and it's been about a week now since I've been back home. I came back from the week-long retreat that I have with Dr. Kang, Isis, and my newfound family and friends. See, I met Dr. Kang about a year ago. And as life would expect, we hit it off the bat because nothing's a coincidence. I feel like we were meant to meet and change people's lives. And, the same night that we met, we actually ended up speaking for hours up until like maybe from from 8 to maybe 6 a.m. at night. And, you know, just every question that I had about life, about living healthy, about longevity, about just everything, you know, he was able to answer it. And I was like, oh yeah, I definitely got to follow this man. You know, I definitely got to keep him close. He definitely thinks differently. He's lived differently. You know, this is ordained. So about a month ago, I get a call from him. He says, hey, I'm having something at my house down here in Texas. I would love for you to come by. Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I booked my ticket within 24 hours. I didn't even know what to expect. I flew by myself. I didn't know anyone really there. You know, I just went off faith, as we should do a lot more times in life. And the same day that I was supposed to fly in, my best friend died. So after the funeral was the same day. He died about a week before. So after the funeral, I was still like, no, I gotta make it to Dr. Kang. I gave my word to him, you know, let me fly out. Booked the ticket, flew out. That ended up being probably the most impactful week of my life. I met people from New York, Atlanta, Carolinas, Cali, Texas. I mean, they went from being friends to being family in literally under a week. I love them, you know. Dr. Kang he took care of us, you know. He took care of us. He didn't even have to. He took care of us completely, from food to spa day to, you know, just so much, you know, so much to really unpack. I'm still unpacking everything. It was so impactful. It actually motivated me to become my own author. I'm currently writing a book. It motivated me to give back. I'm in the process of continuing to feed the homeless and give back and serve my community. Man, it was such a beautiful, impactful time, you know, and I see Dr. Kang as the role model that everyone needs in their life, you know, that we've been searching for so long, you know. So I thank him. I thank Isis, Mike, the whole crew. I thank all my newfound friends and family that I met there. It was amazing. I can't wait I'm not missing any other one that he has. I'm forever grateful. It was a blessing. Trust me. Thank you again, Dr. Kang.
So, Dr. Kang, you've been a blessing, man. Thank you for all that you've done. Thank you for embracing me as a brother. Thank you for speaking truth to me. Also, not cutting any corners to make it sound palatable, but more importantly, speaking to my soul and telling me who I am. And I appreciate those text messages when you would get a word. Man, I don't take those lightly. I cherish those. I'll even go back and read some of the ones that you sent because it helped through the healing process. I think you know many of the stories that I have and also more of what I've dealt with. And also you know where I'm going so that you wouldn't let me wallow in any of the issues that were going on. Even though it was earth-shattering and earth-quaking, you still let me know that there's still ground that I could put my feet on and move and run and also leap into the purpose that I have, especially when you called me out as an earth angel, and I appreciate that. That's why I do a lot of the things that I do now, giving as much as I can to help make everyone else's life much better, getting myself out of survival mode and ultimately being an asset to this universe and stepping into my role as an earth angel. And also, when we met through another acquaintance, and I just appreciate the level that you took me to, even in our meeting. Immediately upon taking the herbs that you formulated, you saw an immediate change, like almost immaculately immediate. So I appreciate it. And I appreciate what you're doing for everyone, health and wellness wise, as well as myself, to my soul. And you've changed a lot. You've actually helped probably save my life, probably when I didn't even know it. And also still saving my life with the herbs that you're formulating. And I appreciate being a part of the Limitless crew. And I love to serve at this point in time in my role. Anything that you and Isis need, y'all let me know, no matter what is done. I'm all the way in, man. I'm all the way in. And I appreciate the entire group that you've embraced me with, and all the folks that we now call family. I appreciate all of them. I'm saying this individually to everyone, but also to Dr. Kang and Isis for bringing this together, and adding to our genealogy and our lineage. So, man, there's so much more I could say. I'm elated. I am happy to be a part in many ways, and happy is a simple word, but in this lifetime right now, especially with everything that's going on, I want to keep it simple and keep it true. So I'm happy to be of service to you, to Isis, and the entire Limitless family. And I appreciate being a part of the Limitless lifetime. So I appreciate you guys. I love y'all. Peace out.
Peace. This video go out to Dr. Kang and the lovely wife Isis. I really appreciate you guys so much. I've been on you guys for like 2.5, almost 3 years now. I met you guys at the vegan potluck that you guys hosted, and just how y'all bring people together just to have a good time. And just like every time we with you guys, like no ego, and y'all how y'all love on people no matter what they done to you, no matter what happened in their life, no matter the background they came from, you still love people the same. I just like how y'all interact with people, man. So much love, so much joy, you know what I mean? Sometimes we be getting Houston, man, we don't want to leave because it like feels so good to be around like-minded people. And also how we connect around the world with different people, man, and like it's just a blessing. I'm so grateful, I'm so humble that you guys call us friends. So I try to make the video short, but I can go on. It could be a whole documentary about Dr. Kang. Peace.
What's going on, Dr. Kang? I just want to thank you for the amazing weekend. You hosted an amazing party. Everything was coordinated properly. Isis, you did really, really well. You know, keeping everything together, keeping the glue for the family. And man, I cannot wait for the next one. It was truly an honor to be there with every single one of you guys. Thank y'all so much for the experience, you know, talking a little bit about yourself. You know, everyone's helped me in different ways where, you know, I really appreciate it. And I got nothing but love for the family. But Dr. Kang, you're an amazing man, and I cannot wait for where the future takes us and for where it takes everybody that's involved with this, because not a lot of people are lucky enough to be a part of this. And I think it's important that we try to help as many people as possible to bring them into this family, because, you know, like Dr. Kang said, it's all about coming together as people. And you did an amazing job. Isis, again, thank you for everything, and appreciate y'all.
Good afternoon to my Limitless family. This is Latoya. To Isis and Dr. Kang, just want to say a special thank you to you guys for the Limitless Retreat weekend that changed the trajectory of my life. I met Dr. Kang through my sister. I was traveling on vacation. When I came home, she said, I met this doctor. He's awesome and amazing. You have to meet him. I said, what? Really? She said, yes. She took me. She introduced me to Dr. Kang. Dr. Kang shared some things about my life to me. I also shared some things with him about my life and how I was feeling at the time. He put me on his supplements. I started taking the supplements. I was able to lose 30 pounds and keep them off. So thank you to Grandpa Secrets and what it has done for not only my health and well-being, but for my mind as well. What this retreat did for me this weekend was nothing than a miracle. It changed my life on levels that I can't even express in words. The people I met, the connections I made was absolutely life-changing. The fact that Isis and Dr. Kang felt in their heart to invite us all out to the Limitless Retreat was the most gratifying choices they could have ever made. The divine connections with each and every one of us that was at this retreat was nothing but life-changing. I know not only for myself, but for others. I know this weekend truly impacted people in a major way. It impacted all of us. And I believe that our lives will never be the same. This retreat has helped me in more ways than I can ever explain. Dr. Kang touched on some avenues of loneliness. And as we all know it, we may not even know that we're lonely. We may not even feel that we're lonely. I am always surrounded by many people. And I would always ask the question, how can you be surrounded by so many people and still feel lonely? This weekend, I didn't feel that way. I felt love in a great way. I felt love in a special way. Loneliness was not an option. We all had each other and each other's back. That showed what true divine appointments look like. With meeting and connecting with all the right people, all the right energies, all the right spirits, and all the right souls. Isis and Dr. Kang, I thank you so much. And I'm honored that you chose the 20 people you chose to come to this event. You couldn't have picked a better set of people. I just want to say thank you, Isis, for being so nurturing and so catering. And for you and Dr. Kang going above and beyond is nothing but absolutely priceless. Words could never express how thankful I am. The gratitude that I'd love to show to you guys. How you impactfully saved my life and healed me and probably didn't even recognize it. This weekend was nothing less than a miracle, as I said before. I just want to say thank you. I look forward to seeing what 3 months look like for our group. And I also look so forward to see what 1 year anniversary do for our group. And to the Limitless family, I am so honored that I have got the opportunity to have a new extended family that I feel like I've known you, each and every one of you guys, for a lifetime. I just want to say thank you, and I love you guys all. Dr. Kang and Isis, if there's anything you should ever need, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm a phone call away. Can't thank you guys enough. Words just can't express it. Of my heartfelt gratitude, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And this is Latoya signing off by way of Dallas. I love each and every one of y'all, my Limitless family. Until we see each other again, peace, love, and blessings to you all. I love you.
Hello, my name is Naomi. I just want to share a little bit about the Breath of Life. This little herbal medicine that Dr. Kang gave us, or gifted us about 3 weeks ago when we gathered there in Houston. And it's been amazing. Little herb. My daughter is 5 months pregnant, and she feels nauseated, or she's not feeling well. She's got like morning sickness, and she uses this and puts it on her nose. and she said it really, really helps her. For me, it's done amazing things for me. I work out on the hot, intense heat. I'm a HVAC technician, so I spend most of my time on the rooftop. So I'm in the weather anywhere from 100 to 140 degree rooftop temperature. So I usually have a slight pounding headache or just a little overwhelmed by the heat, and I just put a little bit of this on my nose, and I feel better. And sometimes I'm a little sleepy driving home after working some long hours in the heat, and I put some of this in again on my nose, under my nose, and then it just like opens me up inside. My brain's just like, whoa. And so it's been amazing. Breath of life. You gotta try it, and you'll never go without it. I'm not. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Dr. Kang.
Hey, what's going on? This is Dennis L.A. White, actor, director, producer, writer, acting coach. People know me as D-Rock from the Biggie Smalls biopic, Notorious, or Mr. Ray on NBC's Parenthood, or currently as Kennedy on BET's The Family Business. In March of 2020, I contracted COVID-19 and I was hospitalized for an extended period of time. When I got to the hospital, Mikey T contacted me and was telling me about Dr. Kang, and I was a little reluctant, but I spoke with him actually through FaceTime, and he gave me assessment right then, which is crazy. And so we kept the dialogue going. They had a vegan potluck in Houston, and I came out there, and I was only supposed to be there for a couple days. I ended up being there for a week. And I learned so much, I experienced so much. The constant knowledge and guidance that was provided during that time was incredible. And I just impede anyone that's listening to this to take the plunge. Go and experience what he has to offer. My grandpa's secrets, the vitamins and the medicine is so impactful to your life. When you're tired, grab your Wakanda bar and power up. Breath of life gives you energy. There's a lot of things that he has, products that he has that are specifically designed to make you a better person and to be more aware of life and appreciate life. So enjoy, support, participate, and be limitless. Peace.
Hey everybody, it's Angela Thomas, but I go by Angie. I have a credit and tax business as well as a realtor here in the state of Texas. I met Dr. Kang about 3 years ago. I heard him first on a radio station. At that time, we had just found out that my daughter was suffering from hand tremors. Her hands would shake repeatedly, nonstop, even while she was sleeping. The doctors were puzzled. They didn't know what to do for her. They admitted her for 5 days in the children's hospital, only to tell us that we don't know what this is. We just don't have a clue. They tried so many different medications while she was admitted into the hospital, but they basically sent us home without a solution. The medicine that they gave her, prescription drugs, basically had her sleeping all day long. She couldn't do anything with her hands. And at this time, she was a senior, just starting her senior year. And, she really thought it was, the end. I mean, to wake up one day and you can't write, you can't, her passion is drawing, you can't draw. I mean, you just feel helpless. And as a parent, I felt helpless as well. I mean, it was simply nothing I could do. I heard Dr. Kang on the radio speaking about Grandpa's secret and how he's helped so many people. And I said, why not? I gave him a call. We went to go and meet with him immediately he could tell us everything that was wrong just by looking at us. It was actually, we went for her, but you know, he ended up telling me some things about myself as well. He gave us a remedy for her. She tried it for 3 weeks. And as a parent, I stopped her on all the pharmaceutical drugs and only used the natural supplements that Dr. Kang formulated for her from Grandpa's Secret. And I have to tell you guys that after 3 weeks of being constant and obedient to what Dr. Kang had told us to do, her hands stopped shaking. You're talking about a joyous moment, because as a parent, I didn't know what else to do. And I want to thank God for Dr. Kang, for Isis, you know, for Grandpa's Secret, because he gave my daughter a second chance. You know, her life would not be the same if it wasn't for Dr. Kang. So now she's a sophomore in college, and I just want to thank you guys. We had an awesome time with you. I met a lot of wonderful and interesting people. The chemistry and the energy was so positive. I really thank you from the bottom of my heart for inviting me. You know, I feel honored and privileged to be a part of the family. I thank you, Dr. Kang.
Everybody come in.
Stand by your back.
Lance is coming.
Okay, let's wait for Lance.
Yeah, can we wait for Lance?
Okay, I think everyone.
I feel like it's somebody's birthday. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give us birthday. Yeah, just give us a second. We gotta wait for Lance. Whose birthday?
Whose birthday was it? Who had just had a birthday?
Everyone needs to wear masks.
Oh. Oh yeah, everybody. It's in there. Yeah, it is.
The mask.
I'm staying hydrated and I'm minding my business.
Right on.
He's coming. He's gonna come with you.